Hello, I'm Joanna James, and I'm the founder and president of RenWebChannel.com. RenWebChannel.com is a multimedia web platform that creates and produces its own original broadcast quality programming, specifically for Renaissance Web TV. I developed Renaissance Web TV because I was discouraged by the lack of thought-provoking and entertaining shows available from traditional television. But not only has the programming become dull, networks have forgotten the vital role that TV could play to encourage public participation. This is where RenWebChannel.com believes it distinguishes itself from the rest. The purpose of Renaissance Web TV is to inspire a multifaceted viewer to contribute to society. The mission is to promote public forum discussion and participation, and it's executed through a dual strategy. First, by providing informative, cultural, and entertaining content that connects to people. So when you visit RenWebChannel.com, on the homepage you will see an on-demand format with a list of shows under various genres that you can click on and watch whenever you'd like. Here's a sneak preview at some of the shows that are offered.
Welcome to Voices of Immigration. Bienvenidos. We are your hosts. I'm Erika Villafañe.
And I'm Leslie Marin. We believe that it's time to get to the heart of immigration, and that's exactly what this program aims to do. So look at a system that does not make much sense and try to figure out ways to transform it so that it does make sense.
So each episode, you're going to hear from people going through the immigration process and hear their stories and perspectives, rather than right or left political slants. From an immigrant looking for the American dream
to a student on a school visa, an illegal laborer, or the American company that hired him.
The point is to dissect an out-of-date system that seems to cause more problems than resolve them. By addressing the flaws and weaknesses of a broken system, people can look beyond false stereotypes of immigrants and see the true dilemma at hand.
Our first episode is called The American Dream, featuring Dulce Garcia, a Venezuelan woman who came to this country nearly 20 years ago, living as a marginalized outsider, afraid of getting deported, to now an American citizen who owns her own business and sent her daughter to college.
I'd rather to be legal. I'd rather to pay taxes. I'd rather to be here relaxed instead to be illegal, make money and save it. Because if I pay taxes, my daughter can have a good education. If I pay taxes, I believe I can see the country better because this money helps our country grow up.
Immigration has become a polarizing issue in America and a theoretical issue for most politicians for much too long. Whether you believe in amnesty or cement walls along the border, it's time to make sense of the real issue at hand and not the rhetoric surrounding them.
What makes watching us on RenWebChannel.com so great is that you have a platform to speak about these issues and discuss your point of views, either in your forums or on your profile page. The more people that watch and participate, there is more of a chance for change. Thank you and see you next time.
Gracias y hasta luego.
Welcome to World Without Borders. I'm your host, Ashley Evans, and I believe together we can use the internet to promote global awareness and a unified effort towards peace and prosperity across the globe. See, we are more bound together than we realize, from people in Africa and Asia to Latin America and Europe, back here to the United States. Especially using the internet as a social platform, I want to address major issues to show just how interdependent we really are. So today we're going to hear from Armin Arujian, the founder of AthGo, an organization that helps the youth lead in global initiatives for social and economic development.
First, it's non-profit, non-governmental organization. We've been established for the last 9 years now. It's an educational platform for young people ages 18 to 32 for them to come together and learn about social entrepreneurship, but also through the process begin development of social ventures.
The value for the participants is learning more about governance, anti-corruption, but more broadly about international development, which allows them to be more informed, more responsible citizens of the globe.
I think it's a great opportunity for people from different regions of the world to come together to exchange ideas, to talk about things that impede our progress in the world in terms of economic development, in terms of poverty eradication. And so I think it's a really great forum for future leaders to come together to discuss those challenges and start to think of solutions.
They'll become more aware than they are now, which, I mean, and they're already well aware, but even more aware, not just on governance and anti-corruption, but about international development, about the problems that people in developing countries face, and the fact that we live in an interconnected world where those problems don't stop at borders. Pollution doesn't stop at borders. Terrorism doesn't stop at borders. Disease doesn't stop at borders. AIDS doesn't need a passport. And as they know this, they can take action and make change.
I hope collectively we can become more informed, inspired, and unified to spread transnational action.
Today, we are traveling to Spain. I spent a lot of time there, so we're going to find it on our little globe right here. Welcome back to Cooking with Culture. I'm your host, Charles. As you know, I am not a trained professional chef. I am just someone who loves to cook and, most importantly, loves to eat. And personally, I think that's all you need to come up with some quick, easy, and affordable meals that you and your family will love. And that's what this show is all about. It's about bringing different foods from around the globe into your own kitchen. As always, you can find all of these recipes on renwebchannel.com under Cooking with Culture. I'm your host, Charles. Now it's time to go, folks. There's only enough for two.
Musical Quest is a new reality television series that will change the landscape of music. Gifted musicians will compete with one another and get selected to explore raw sound under a brilliant producer who is granted artistic freedom of expression. The reality music program will encourage artistic vision to incite a new appreciation of the arts. Musical Quest will bridge different genres of music, think classical mixed with some Latin, jazz sprinkled with hip-hop, or rock and electronica. Opportunity is here. It's time to reintroduce some innovative, good music. It's time to bring back a high standard that will invite creativity. Something new for your ear.
Gentlemen, my name's Yo-Yo Ma, your cellist for this evening.
That cross-sectional, cross-cultural, cross-boundaries approach to making music is what Musical Quest is all about. Stay tuned for the new reality television series this fall. Explore an insider's view in the making of an album outside the box.
Welcome everyone to Women Rising Up. I'm Joanna James and I'll be your host. Now before I introduce our first guest, I want to explain what we're aiming to do with this program. We're not featuring the most prominent, well-known women across the nation who you've probably already heard of. We're honoring strong, successful women who are amongst us. Women who have worked hard, remain determined and passionate in their chosen fields, and who have given back either through philanthropy, their career, their community, or through their families. So women whom you could interact with every day and you just weren't aware of what important contributions they have made.
I really do think anybody can actually start a nonprofit. Fortunately, the field that we're in is actually very driven by a lot of women. Social work and education it's dominated mostly by women.
Although many of these women have already risen to great heights, collectively we are still rising up together. Join me and join the movement. I look forward to speaking to you regarding any questions or concerns you may have. Thank you so much for your time and consideration.